really must be pretty.
Yeah.
Because a kid will call you ugly and not give a fuck.
You're
They'll be like,
probably
you're
pissed.
fat.
You're
Yeah.
probably pissed because you're like, I compliment you all the time.
time.
This little piece of shit. That's what. Like, get rid of all of the shit that's like absolute. I would never date a person that is this.
Yeah.
Like it,
No,
like
but just
any
like
girl.
just like deal breakers. Like
Yeah.
you just need to come in. These are deal breakers for me.
Yeah.
This, then
Yeah.
we're not gonna work.
You have all your limbs. Are you mentally sane? You know?
Prince Ali, fabulous he, Ali Ababa.
Shit. And then I could be like,
Yeah,
yo,
boom.
you know what, Hamza, you're a homosexual. You know,
Exactly.
like really get intimate with it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Your big ass arm, bro. Your big ass arm.
Yeah.
Liv, where's your phone, baby?
I believe it's on the floor, like on the bed. You know what I'm saying? Under. There you go. Keep going. There you go. Yeah, it'd be like that.
Smart man.
I try, really, honestly. That's why I'm pursuing, an MD.
Bro just had to boast. You just can't shut your mouth. you wanna do a little introduction? Okay. Hi, I'm Hamza, professional dancer, young entrepreneur, business owner. That's me. Nothing compared to this.
My name is Muhammad. I'm a professional bum. No, so I did school. I finished college and stuff. I finished Georgia Tech, and now I'm applying to medical school. So
He's a doctor.
Trying to be in the process.
He has like 4 NASA published articles or something.
Something like that. I don't know. We threw spaghetti at the moon or some shit. I don't remember.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, so I got some questions that people have sent in. So we're just gonna go ahead and just like kick it off with that.
Valid.
So the first question that I have is what's a hobby that someone can have that is an immediate red flag?
Oh. Fucking quarter collecting, bro. If you're out here fucking like, oh, I got Nebraska. Yo, what the fuck? Go do something better with your time, man.
Quarter collecting.
Quarter collecting. Or like people who like...
That's like a red flag. Like if you're dating a chick and she's like,
bro,
I have a collection of like the whole folder with the laminated
yeah,
shit
yeah.
and
If they get weird with it, like Pokemon cards.
What about pennies? Like is it coin collecting or specifically quarters?
I think quarters because like they can get weird with it. You know what else? Stamps. You know that shit?
Stamps are fucking weird.
Because that's how you know they got either like mentored by like their grandma. Like that is Pandora's box. I do not want to open that. No, thank you. Have a nice.
Okay. What is something that you distinctly consider a Midwest thing?
Shit. Saying pop. Like pop instead of soda.
That's valid. That's so valid, actually.
Yeah.
No, because when I first went to Indiana, that was actually one of the first things I noticed is everybody started calling it pop.
Yeah, I was like, bro.
They're like because I don't drink soda, like I don't drink fizzy drinks like that.
Yeah,
and so people were like, "Oh, you don't drink pop?
What
The fuck is pop?
yeah.
The fuck is pop?"
It took me a second because it was this big. I have a big brolic damn uncle, right? And he looked at me. He was like, "Can I get some pop?" I was like, "What?"
I'll pop you in the mouth, bitch.
Big dude, like this, like huge. He's like double me, but like not in height. And he's asking me for pop. I was like, okay, seems so childish.
Bro, that was actually such a valid answer. I literally like, damn.
yeah.
Like I don't even have a better one than that, so it's not even worth me saying anything. Like that's
Yeah.
crazy. I was gonna say like cornfields.
Cornfield.
Like you ain't gonna find that out here, but
You know what? Let me tell you a little story real quick. When I was driving up, because I go up to Chicago sometimes.
Yeah.
So we go through like Indiana and sometimes we go through like Illinois and stuff. I swear to God, we were in this stretch for like 2 hours, bro. Cornfield. And these roads, bro, were not paved since like the dawn of time. Like they got paved once and that's it. Like never renovated, none like that. All the houses are like 1 story.
yeah.
All that shit. And I was just scared for my life because there's no street lamps, man. Like they don't got shit.
It's scary.
So, I was like,
No.
damn.
I have a story for you. Do you remember the clowns?
Yeah, the clown thing. That
People used to like dress up and walk around in
yeah,
clowns.
Yeah.
When that shit was going on. So
Yeah.
you've never been to my house in Indiana, but in Indiana, it's like we have this long, windy road
Mm-hmm.
that leads up, like you're talking about, no street
Yeah.
lights,
Yeah.
cornfields,
Yeah.
and it's like that for like 2 miles.
Yeah.
I kid you not, bro. There must have been like 5 or 6 different kids that dressed up as clowns and were just like spread out on the mile to my crib. And they were just standing there with like the most like one of them had like what's that thing that farmers used to use to
I know
like
what you're scythe. I think.
scythe?
Yeah.
One of the kids was standing there with that shit.
Yeah.
And like had a whole ass clown mask on, and I remember that same day I was talking to my friend about it. I was like, that's some bullshit. I can't believe people are out there doing that shit. Whatever. I was like, if I ever saw one of them like walking on the street, I'd hit them with my car, you know, that type of bullshit.
Yeah.
I was like, I'd shoot them,
You're
I'd beat their ass.
yeah.
Bro, when you see them in real life though,
You're like, I want to go home, ma.
bro,
Like,
that shit is scary, bro. That
it
shit was
is.
scary.
It is. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, you never understand the situation unless you're in it, man. Like, let me tell you, there's multiple situations where I'm like, oh my god, if you scared me, the first thing I would do is beat the heck out. No, not at all. I'm a runner for sure,
as it should be.
I'm a big dude, but I swear to God, you scare the shit out of me, I'm out, dude. I do not want to fight. Hell no.
You don't know what people are on too, like what type of time they're on. Some people are ready to die.
It's the unpredictability that gets you.
Yeah.
Because if you know all the situation, you could be like, oh, okay, this guy in front of me is this, that, and the other. He's never done any sort of, physical activity. He's not built. I can take him on. But you don't know that. You don't know what he's hiding in his sweater.
Yeah, bro.
You don't know anything.
Yeah, bro.
So yeah, I'm a runner. I'm a fleer for sure.
All right. If you were to like judge like fighting styles and try to decide what's the best fighting style, which one would you choose? Because I stay sticking with boxing.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think boxing is cool. It's great, but like, it's not it. Like,
I think it's the most practical for street fights, not for
no,
sports.
actually, here's the thing, Con. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
Tell
me I'm wrong. Because let me explain. So for like jujitsu, right? I heard a couple of arguments about jujitsu, and I actually agree with this. In street fights, jujitsu is a terrible thing to use. Wrestling, jujitsu, absolutely useless in the street. The number one rule that you like want to follow in a street fight is to never be on the ground.
Yeah,
because you don't know what the fuck could happen. Like his boys could roll up and start head stomping you. You know what I'm saying? Like if a motherfucker pulls out a knife, like it's a whole different situation. And on top of that, people don't realize like when you're wrestling with jujitsu, there's a whole bunch of different variables that you're not accounting for.
Yeah.
So like you're not accounting for me biting your thigh when you try to put me in a triangle chokehold.
Yeah.
Or biting your left nut. You know what I'm saying? Like, or grabbing your hair and pulling, or gouging your eyes. Like, there's so much shit that
Joke's
people...
on you. I'm into that shit. Yeah. You're telling your aggressor, like, do it more, please.
Squeeze harder. Put it in there. No, but so that's what I'm saying is like, motherfuckers don't realize when you try to put somebody on the ground, like imagine trying to jump and put somebody in a triangle chokehold and slam on concrete. Like, that shit is not valid. That's not going to work. And so that's one. That's like jujitsu / wrestling. Then you have Krav Maga, or like the bullshit disarm and take people out with knives and shit.
Bogus.
Bullshit.
Yeah, bogus.
Because when it goes down for the first time, that's the first time that it ever goes down for real. You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody's actually trying to come at you with a knife, you might have practiced with like a spare knife or like a fake knife, but you've never had it really come at you. You've never had your forearm sliced open and try to keep doing your shit.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So people don't realize like when that shit happens, it comes fast, it's unpredictable, and you're not just gonna like do your little 12-minute class of things that you've learned and you'll figure it out. No, you're fucked. So, but boxing is the most practical because I've seen motherfuckers in real life. Like the thing about the practicality is I've actually slipped a hook before. Like I've actually dodged real jabs and I'm like in the ring really fighting. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of do get that real life experience in there. And so when it goes down for the first time, it's not actually been the first time. Like I've done this before. You feel me? So, and boxing is more practical because you're up on your feet. You can run away if shit hits the fan. But like you just need to do a little 1-2, you're gone. And most people are a one-punch problem. It's boxing is the most practical.
I feel like UFC type shit is the move. Let me tell you why.
Okay.
You can box.
Yeah.
Because when you need to, keep your distance. You can kick. Because when you need to, keep your distance. And should shit go down, he grabs you for whatever reason.
Yeah.
You're going to win that grappling fight. You might get clapped. You might get caught with like a knife or whatever, but it's about playing the situation as it rolls out.
Yeah.
It's about having all the cards. And I think like that style is
well,
definitely
in like a real life situation, right? I wouldn't ever fight unless it's my last resort. Because even with my experience with like all my martial arts that I've done, I wouldn't go into a fight under any circumstance. I'm always respectful. I would rather be the guy to just walk away and I'll be called the bitch.
Yeah.
That's fine because I don't know what the fuck he's got. You know what I'm saying? Some people really are crazy out there. So, but in a real life situation where I'm put in that situation where I have to bring out something, like I'm looking to like kill that person. You feel me?
Okay.
Like not in
Yeah.
that sense, but like that's the kind of mindset you have to have, because you
Yeah,
don't know
yeah.
if they're willing to kill you.
No, yeah.
So if they're in that
Valid.
mindset where I'm willing to kill you and you're not there, then you're fucked. So
Yeah.
I have to switch that mode on. And so in that situation, you know, you got to be able to just like put him to sleep at least. I'm not throwing a kick.
Listen.
If I'm not gonna try to kick a dude in the head, I'm short, man. Like, let's talk about number one.
It's about keeping your distance. You need
Overhand
range.
goes crazy.
Overhand go crazy.
Especially, and look, uppercuts from my angle is
Amazing.
is up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sticking with boxing, bro.
Listen, I've been in my fair share of fights.
Yeah.
In person though, and like they were like, but you never know. Like the dude could grab your shirt and shit, man. Like that's a different level. Like you gotta be ready for type shit. Like I understand what you're saying. If you're gonna learn one, why don't you learn boxing? Valid. But you learn boxing anyway. If you do like UFC, you won't learn everything there is to do with boxing, but you know how to dodge, bob, and weave and be able to survive.
You know a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I'm saying like you don't got to be this professional boxer where you're looking for the exact moment when to hit.
UFC isn't a style though.
What is it then?
It's like it's a mixed martial arts.
Exactly.
It's just like it's just the other. Is UFC a style? Like, are
I
there people
want-
that
I
say
want-
UFC is a style?
I want a biracial freaking style. That's what I want.
Give me all the variants, bro.
all of it.
Taekwondo, Tai
'Cause it's
Chi.
perfect because you're never gonna be put in a situation where you're fighting like a professional boxer. All
Yeah.
right, no professional boxer is gonna be pulling a knife on you. Okay, it's mostly gonna be some homeless dude with a little bit too much fentanyl in his body trying to like take you down.
Yeah.
And your job is to make sure that doesn't happen. As long as you're above average in boxing, kicking, and wrestling, you should be able to run away from that situation okay.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what the hell a UFC is, but like somebody better educate me. Like, is it jujitsu? Is it like what is it?
It's a mixture of everything. Like I feel like I've never heard of like a UFC. Now that might be out there and I might be just completely wrong. But I think that it's basically just like a multiple different types of styles. So they'll teach you a little bit of Taekwondo. They'll show you how to throw a kick. They'll
Yeah.
show you how to throw a boxing punch. But I would rather be like insanely competent with my hands, because like my hands are like I'm able to like, you know, I can counter my weight with it. I can like move easier. I can move my head out the situation. And also it's right here. So like if somebody's approaching me and I can put my hands up like this is a self-defense position. People don't
Yeah.
realize that.
Yeah.
But if you put your hands up like this and you're getting in somebody's face, he's about to fuck you up.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
this is that
Yeah.
shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So your hands are right here. But like if you're getting close to me, how the fuck am I gonna kick you? You know what I'm saying? If you're like face to face, this is a you need to be able to push and like.
It's a long way.
That's what I'm saying. You're missing. You're kicking the guy behind me.
Yeah, valid. Honestly.
So that's what I'm saying. Like boxing is just the quickest reaction. Because if somebody throws because that's what everybody does. They always throw a fist. Because that's the easiest way to hit
Go
somebody
to.
in the face. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why boxing is just easier. You just got to know. Like if you're in the club and it's a tight space and you got like tight jeans on, you're not going to throw a kick. Fuck is that? And you're not going to wrestle him to the floor. Somebody could smash a bottle, stab you, and you're fucked. So it's just like, boop, run, out that bitch.
Valid. I completely agree.
Sure.
I don't think you're wrong.
Glad we could agree on that.
But I do think UFC is better because it's mixed and it includes boxing. But it's okay. Like
That's valid. I will say jujitsu is the best for sports, or like wrestling background is the best for sports. Like if you want to come at it from like a sports perspective, they've already proven in UFC and all of these other like, you know, MMA combat sports, they all have the winners and champions have a very strong jujitsu / wrestling background. Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? That's fine. But if we're talking real life shit and we're not just fucking around inside of an octagon, boxing every time,
Valid.
all the time. Okay. I'm gonna save that one for later. Okay, so here's an interesting question. I actually want to hear your take on this. You borrowed $5 from a friend, and you played the lottery and won $80 million. How much will you give your friend and why?
I think I would do some really autistic shit. I think I would be like, okay.
I would do the math on it.
I think I would be like, how much was the $5 worth it for this guy? Because if Bill Gates gave me the $5, he can go fuck himself. I'm completely keeping the money.
Yeah.
But if I know this guy, like the $5 were actually like, it's a very good amount of money for him.
Yeah, it said a friend.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So I would probably give him like proportionally. But like if he's
like
like
5% of 80 grand, or
let's say the guy was like $5, man, that's a lot of money or whatever, and I know his financial situation.
yeah,
I'll probably cut half for him. I'm
Half?
gonna be honest.
That's
yeah.
generous. That's very generous.
I'll probably cut him half. But because like $5 is like a big deal to him. So for him to give me $5, it's like, man, you know what? A big deal for me is 40 mil. Here you go.
Here's my thing. If I was ever in a position where I needed to borrow $5, I'm giving him half.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
Why the fuck did I
that's
even
such a
ask
little
you?
money. Yeah, that's
And if I use that money and I purposely spent that on a lottery ticket, I knew full well that this could be a possible chance that I might win.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I knew exactly what I was doing with his money. So if I earned that with his money, then I would definitely give him half. I feel like half might even like be a little bit of a robbery on his side.
But here's the thing. If, for whatever reason, the guy is like pretty well off, probably give him like a 10 mil.
I would lie. I would lie.
I'll be like, listen.
I made like 20 off
Yeah,
of this. Here's
yeah,
10.
Here's 10. I mean, you're a good buddy of mine. All right.
Type shit. Type shit.
And I'll keep the 70 grand, put it in like something else.
That's valid. That's valid. Okay. That's a good answer. What about if it was me?
Ah, fuck you. I'll give you like 40 mil. Because I know that shit's coming back.
Gang shit.
Yeah,
Gang shit.
yeah,
You know what
yeah.
we on. Okay. Let's do all right. So this dude asked about a travel situation.
Mm,
So he said it's 106 miles to Chicago
yeah,
and you have a full tank of gas,
sure.
half a pack of cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
It's dark and you're
Mm-hmm.
wearing sunglasses. What's your game plan?
Oh, fuck. Take off the sunglasses. That's number one.
Number one, we're taking off the sunglasses.
It's like, yo, I'm not trying to crash. Light a cigarette.
Yeah, because you're
That
gonna need
shit
it.
hits.
You're gonna
You're
need
gonna
that
need
shit.
it. 106 miles, a tank of gas. First of all, what are you driving?
That's true.
Yeah.
Because if we're talking to Tesla,
we boom.
it's useless. You're good.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So we booming. Yeah, we are.
Yeah. But, you know, if it's like a fucking Ford F-150, like diesel, you're also clapped. If you
Gas
got, like,
guzzler.
yeah, you know, so it depends. But it's only 106 miles. It's not that bad. Like, most cars can go 106 miles on a full tank of gas.
Yeah,
If you can't go 106 miles, you need to sell that shit before you even fucking start moving.
that's valid. That's valid.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get to the nearest gas station.
No, I won't go home.
Bro, you are on a tank of gas.
You know how much a tank of gas can get you? My little itty bitty Corolla can get like 324 miles.
Real G shit.
Your
You know,
Mazda can probably
they
get
didn't
150,
say what type of
200.
cars. So if we're using
Yeah.
our cars,
Yeah,
it's real G shit.
you can go home.
My car has never run out of gas. Like
Oh, 'cause
I've
you
never
always put-
I've never like stopped
Yeah,
out of
me-
gas.
Me either, man. Like I've never like been on the street stranded.
You'd be surprised how many motherfuckers let their gas like just go all the way to eat and done.
Bro, you'll be surprised how many people don't wash their ass.
Yeah,
We
that's
live in a
crazy.
bad country, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. That's actually crazy. Like at least let it. Okay, how do you wash your ass?
I have a bidet, yo. I pay for that shit.
No, that's
You got me- my shit's gourmet. I'll eat off of my ass. That's how clean that shit is when I'm done. You got me fucked up. I use all types of soaps. Nah. That shit's clean.
Bro,
Bro, I say awadu, bro. I'm saying
Muslim gang.
yeah, Muslim gang. Hell no, bro.
As you
Hell
should.
no. And once you enter, like I do a lot of medicine and shit, so you see dirty people, and
Yeah.
that's the average,
Yeah.
unfortunately. So like you get self-conscious about yourself. You're like, is my nails dirty? Like, why are they dirty? What'd I do?
Yeah.
Oh, I was in dirt. Why am I in dirt? Let me go wash my hands. And you're cleaning under your nails and shit.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
You ever judge somebody by their fingernails?
Yes.
All the time.
All
bro.
the time.
All
Like
the time.
if you bite, like I bite my shit. Like
Yeah.
I do. And I have this nervous habit of like cleaning up my skin and shit. But if your shit is dirty,
Yeah.
we got a problem.
Yeah.
If it's just like
It's a red
messy and
flag.
shit, I'll be like, okay, like this guy's nervous just like me.
Or like if I know him and I'm like he works construction
yeah, it's
type
like
shit.
valid.
All right, bro.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
like you know what I mean. Like
like
I'm
type
not-
shit.
yeah.
Type shit. But if
Yeah.
a motherfucker is like a bum and I just met this dude and he got
Yeah.
dirty fingernails,
exactly. Like what's going
the
on?
fuck are you doing?
What's going on, bro? Come on.
you don't wash your ass.
It's the you don't wash your
That's
ass.
what it is.
That's what it is.
You don't wash your ass.
You don't wash your ass.
You can tell.
Guys, wash your ass.
Amen.
Please
Amen.
wash your ass. Bidets are like $40. They're not that hard to put on your toilet.
No, because I was trying to explain this to one of my white friends the other day, and I was like, Because I was trying to explain what a bidet is, because most people don't even know what that is.
Yeah. They
It's
think
like a little
some
flower
gourmet
pot.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
No. Like you can get a flower pot, but there's like an attachment on the toilet. Did you know that shit?
yeah, where you can like boop
Oh,
and
okay.
Yeah,
I thought
I
you were
got
still
you.
on the flower pot.
Nah,
I was like,
bro.
yo, let me
We've
upgrade your
upgraded.
life.
We've
Let me upgrade
upgraded.
your life. Yeah.
But that's what we used to have. But I was like, okay, imagine you like trip and fall and you get like dog shit on your arm.
Yeah.
Right? Are you just gonna go inside and wipe it with a napkin?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And they'll be like, yeah, no.
No, they say no. That's the crazy part.
Oh, okay.
They're like, well, no. I'm like, what are you gonna do? They're like, wash it, soap and water.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Exactly.
oh, welcome.
And guess what? We don't even use soap all the time. We just use high-powered water.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that complicated.
Yep.
Wash
Pressure
your
wash
ass.
that shit.
Yes.
Just get it done with.
Swear to God.
Look,
man.
China caught up.
That's why. Thank you.
She was straight from the toilet. They got it. They understood.
Alhamdulillah.
Literally. Okay. If you had to smell like one thing for the rest of your life, what would you want to smell like?
A bakery. I want to smell like a bakery, yo. You kidding me? You know how many?
Shut the fuck up.
People?
Shut the fuck
He
up.
walked off. Hey, yo, listen.
Shut the fuck up.
Listen.
No.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine for a second? People come in, they're like, "Damn, it smells so cozy in here." Imagine you smell like fucking
Everywhere
peanut
you
bread.
go, you smell like a bakery, bro.
Yes. People hug you. They're like, "Damn, he smells like buttery crust." Yeah, that's awesome. I want to smell like buttery crust.
Buttery crust is wild.
Listen, everybody's out here wearing cologne and shit, and you're giving homey vibes, yo. Oh my god.
My cousin convinced me one time. He said that he ate a stick of deodorant. I kid you not. This is Springer.
Why did he do it?
He said he lied.
Oh,
But he said he ate a stick of deodorant.
yeah.
And he was like, that's why he always smells good.
Oh.
I was like 8 and I believed him.
You were like, shit, I
full
gotta
on
do that.
believe
I
this
have to do
dude.
that.
And
Yeah.
I was about to eat a deodorant. And I told my mom. And she was like, what the fuck? I was like, yeah, he ate like a whole and he sweats it out. That's what he says. It's like in his pores.
You're so serious.
He was like, he sweats it out. It's like in his pores.
Mom, you don't understand. It's like in his pores. You
Yeah.
need to understand.
Yeah. So, bro, that side of my family has lied to me so much.
Yeah, where do they live?
So much.
Where do they live, Con?
What do you mean?
Like, where do they live? What's
Oh,
their geographical location? That should tell you something, okay?
Yeah,
I got family up there too.
that's valid.
Yeah.
But no, it's Aunt Mary. You remember Miss Hurt and all
Yeah,
them?
yeah.
Bro, they lied to me so much about just so much stupid shit. It was stupid shit. They would like fuck with you. Like, you know, the grease stains on the streets,
Yeah.
like oil stains and shit
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that, like just throughout the roads. She used to lie to me, and she got my mom to say this shit, that those are actually stains from dead children that were hit by cars.
Yo, why though? Why?
Because they didn't hold their parents' hand walking across the street.
Word.
So when I was like 7, they told me that shit, and they're like, "You need to look both ways. You need to hold
Hey,
my
do you
hand."
look both ways.
I sure fucking did.
Exactly.
Every time we would pass by one, she was like, "That was Timmy."
That was Timmy. Timmy's gone. Timmy's
I was
gone.
like, "Damn, bro."
And
and
you're
then
next. Yeah.
There was one time where like I was at their house and they have like this basement. Their basement was always like locked off. And one
Yeah.
time I remember asking Aunt Mary, and I was like, "Why is the basement locked off?" And she was like, "Oh, don't go down there."
Oh shit.
I was like, I was like, "Why?" She was like, "There's a monster down there."
Just like that. Yeah.
Like just like straight up, just
Yeah.
there's a monster down there. I was
Yeah.
like, "No, there's not." She's like, "Yes, there is. Don't go down there." And I was like, "Okay." And so I like let it go for a day, and then I came back and I asked her again. Right? I was like, "What happens if I go down there?" She's like, "The monster will get you." I'm like,
Bruh.
"I don't want to do that." And I was like, "Okay, fine. I'm gonna go down there." And so I told her, I was like, "I'm just gonna go down there." And she's like, "Okay, if you want to." And I went to the bathroom real quick, and she told Springer that I was about to go down there.
So he was ready to fuck with
So I went down the stairs.
you. Mhm.
I tried to open the door, and it was
Yeah.
locked. Now, mind you, the walk down the stairs, bro, like when you're like 12 or 11,
That's a long time.
and no. Like when you go down the stairs and you're like expecting some shit, like that adrenaline's pumping and shit.
Yeah.
You're like, oh fuck, bro. And like
Yeah.
every step I took, I was just like, oh shit, do I really want to open this door? And then I got to the door, and I'm like standing there. It's like a horror movie. You know how they do everything slow?
Bruh.
It's like that, and I'm just
Bruh.
like, okay. So I grab the door, and I like give it a turn, and it's locked. And then I try to like turn it again, and then he could hear me like jiggling the handle, and he goes, boom, 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 boom. Just start
You're
banging on the
yeah.
door, bro. I pissed myself. I pissed myself and I was crying.
Khan's the main character.
No, bro. Like, literally, bro. It was terrible. And then everybody came out laughing. Springer opened the door laughing. I was pissed.
Yeah,
I was
literally
livid. I was so enraged, bro. I've never
truly
been
sorry.
more furious.
Truly sorry.
Yeah. Anyways, so that's a little story behind lies and shit. I would smell like Dior, my regular cologne. I don't know. Honestly, lame question, but I'll go with it.
Smell like a bakery.
That shit is so stupid to me. That shit is so stupid to me. This is kind of a long one, so be ready. This is a story from somebody else, and they need advice.
Okay.
All right. It's a father. This is from Reddit. I can't take being a father anymore. He said, I have become desperate enough in this situation that I'm asking the internet of random strangers for advice or input on my situation. I've been happily married for 8 years, and my wife and I dated for 5 years prior to our marriage. And I'm a very happy man in her life. She's a wonderful woman, and I wouldn't change a thing, except the kids. We never had the conversation about children, and I was under the impression that we wouldn't or couldn't have any. About 5 years ago, she hit me with the my clock is ticking speech and wanted our first child. After much thought and deliberating, I essentially gave in, and we had our first. I hated everything about it. I hated the pregnancy, the delivery, the baby stage. I hated the diapers, the bottles, the feedings, the sleepless nights, all of it. I felt trapped by a 10-pound person that I would never get off of me or be quiet. I felt smothered by the weight of responsibility for another human when I feel like I myself barely handle life. Shit. Then he said, things got a bit better. Our first became potty trained and a bit more independent. Then my wife started in that she wanted a second. I lost it. For an honest calendar year and every night she was pressuring me to talk about another child and sobbing if I shrugged it off. We had never argued that point in our relationship, and for a year I was ready for a divorce. I tried in many different methods, tones, and scenarios to explain I just mentally can't handle doing that again. It fell on deaf ears, and she continued to insist on it. I finally gave in. I love my wife. I wanted nothing more than a great life with her and to treat her well. I long for the date nights we used to have in the quiet house we shared. She won't plan any getaways due to the mom guilt excuse. When I mentioned that I missed times that we had before, she guilts me into appreciating our sweet babies. And how dare I feel this way? I can't help but feel that I now took a vow in front of God and family to honor and protect her. Kids weren't the vows. I don't know how to fix this or feel happy about life for the foreseeable future. This is not an issue with finances or domestic abuse. I don't want a divorce, but isn't it crazy to think of a way out of this that kids are involved? I just want my wife back. Shit.
يا جماعة الخير هذا قلة إيمان يعني من الآخر يعني I'm just letting you all know.
Wallah.
Now, you want to answer or do you want me to answer?
You go first.
Alright.
You got that.
So,
You got that.
first things first.
These are
guy.
delicious, baby.
They are. Everything's delicious.
Thank you.
Thank
I'm
you.
so content right now.
I am too. Here's the thing, bro. That sucks. All right. I'm sorry you feel that way. But there is no relationship that's perfect, right? If it's not going to be this child trouble, it's going to be financial problems. It's going to be her annoying personality. It's going to be her like mental issues.
It's
or
something.
It's something. Like everybody has their crazy. If your wife wants to have kids, if you love her that much, you need to, I know you gave in twice and like that's so big of you, but you can't just give in to having the kid. You need to give in to raising the kid. The kid will learn that you resent him. He
Yeah.
will know that.
Yeah.
For sure. Because
They can feel it.
yeah, exactly. And bro, I don't think you know how good it feels to be a father and see the mini person grow like to a good person. And
And you do.
no, I don't. I definitely do. But I'm just saying, like, you don't know what that experience is like.
Right.
Right now, you're looking at the movie, you're 20 minutes in, and you're like, fuck this, I want to shut the movie off. Did you finish the movie? Do you know what the ending's like? Do you know if it's just a slow start? Do you know if it's just a hard start? Like, why?
That's good. That's good. Let's
Like,
go.
Keep going, bro. Keep going. Like, try your best to find purpose. What do you like to do? You like hiking? You like biking? Bro, get him a bike. Get him into the shit that you like to do. That's happy. That's positive. You're going to see him do the shit that you wish you did. My pops had 2 broken legs. All right? He had trouble always, all the time, because there was no medical care. He couldn't play sports or nothing like that. But that man all the time was like, yo, get in the gym. Get in the gym. He didn't want me to play sports because, you know, there's a whole bunch of things about like haram and halal and all that shit. But anyway, that's a different trope. But the thing is, he was always like, go in the gym, go in the gym, go in the gym. Because he couldn't. He knew he couldn't.
Mhm.
And he saw that within me. And that's how I became, like, essentially better than him in that way. You need to find that way. Make him your project. Think of him as like, I have to make this human being so amazing. What can I do? You know, he's an extension of you. You know, like, you have basically another chance at life through this child. Why don't you try your best to give him the lessons you learned? And your wife, I get it. She's probably changing. Okay. She had kids. I get it. You know, her priorities also changed. That sucks. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But hey, she still loves the hell out of you, bro. Find ways, find a compromise. Be like, I understand mommy guilt and shit. I completely get that. But if she sees that you love this kid so much, she will compromise with you. Because the kid won't care about a weekend off every once in a while. But he will care if you resent him all the time and then you take that weekend off. You need to find your purpose. You need to find your purpose in that child because he will feel it. And bro, I promise, it'll be worth it in the end. There's a lot of people who don't like fatherhood, but when you see that kid and he's achieving and he's getting degrees and other people are like, wow, your kid's awesome, he's well raised, you will feel so good about what you suffered through.
Yeah. That's valid. I agree. I actually think that he didn't realize it, but what he was saying in there when he said that it started to become more tolerable towards when he started to get potty trained and shit like that. Like, as a father, I grew up with like 8 siblings, right? So I was a dad before I wanted to be a dad. I was feeding these kids. I was raising these kids. They came to me after school and told me about their bullies and shit, and I was the one who had to give them advice. I was forced to grow up fast. And I'll tell you what, like, as a father, when they're in their like baby ages, like newborn to like 3, like toddler shit, I can totally understand where you're coming from. Because it's nothing but, it's basically just taking care of them. It's keeping the child alive. That's basically all you're doing. They're just shitting and crying the whole time. Nobody likes that part. Except for the moms. The moms love that shit. I don't know why. But they do. They love a little baby. They get baby fever. They see a little child in a little strolling cart, and they're like, or a little stroller, and they're like, oh, what a cute baby. I'm like, get that thing out of my face. You know what I'm saying? It's different for guys. It's just different for guys. But a dad steps in, and a dad really like feels fulfilled when the kid gets older, and he's like, how do I change a tire? Let me show you.
That's my game.
You know what I'm saying? Dad, how do I fix my spark plugs? Or how do I, do this? How do I go to the gym? How do I work out? How do I get stronger? All these different things that like dads want to feel that way. And what you don't realize is like you almost like relive your life again, but through your children. You know what I'm saying? And like, especially like having a son on top of that, that's kind of like a big step for a dad too, because now he's carrying the family name.
He got your dick, bro.
He's got your dick, bro. Like, you have to make sure that he's a better man than you. And that's kind of a beautiful thing. And so I completely understand where you're coming from, where you didn't want to have kids. And it sucks because I'm not even going to say, I'm just going to assume that you were a smart guy and you had that conversation before. And you were like, do you want kids? And she was like, no. And then you were like, cool. But then she changed. And then she ended up wanting kids. I'm going to assume that that's what happened. Because if you were that stupid to get into a marriage with somebody without having the conversation about kids, that's asinine.
And that's exactly why the halal way is the best way.
Business.
Oh, exactly.
Sit down,
first.
business, chop it out.
Yeah.
How big is your dick? Cool.
Oh, yo,
Married.
chill. But yeah, basically.
So, but I think that now, okay, here's the truth. You're in the position now. These are your 4 options. You can either, 1, be a deadbeat dad and just completely dip,
Ooh.
divorce the mom, send child support, and not see the kids. Done deal, easy, right? If you really don't want to be a dad, then that's what you can do. Have another dad come in, somebody who wants to be a dad, and they'll take care of it.
But I know he has sympathy because
I know
he
he
said,
does.
I don't want the kids to be involved.
Right.
He has sympathy.
Right. So that's 1. 2, you can acknowledge the kids and change your attitude towards it and just be like, okay, this is the shit situation that I'm given with. This is the chessboard that is being presented. What's the next best move? Right? And you just navigate like that. And you'll end up being happier down the line if you do what you're supposed to do. Third option is to still remain in the relationship and be a shit father. Just be an absolute shit father. Your kids will grow up to hate you, and that's the worst position you could be in out of the 2. I would say either get the fuck out or invest in. Because if you try to do half of one or the other, it's going to be a lose-lose situation for you and the kids. Because the kids will know that you don't like them. The mom's going to hate you. You're going to end up getting divorced anyways. Because she's going to hop on some new dick because you're always stressed out and pissed off all the time.
And half your shit is gone.
And half your shit is gone, and now it's a big L. And matter of fact, those are the 3 options. We're just going to leave it at that. 4th option is well, we're not going to talk about the 4 other options. But
You eat yourself from the Burj Khalifa.
right?
Yeah.
You eat yourself.
Yeah.
That's the 4th option, man. But like, those are your options, and I would feel like that the best option, genuinely, is one of the first 2. Is either bail if you really just cannot tolerate it. Like you're just like, fuck, I would rather die than deal with these kids. Okay, then at least pay them money. Child support them. This is what you deserve because you got with the wrong girl and your vetting process was shit. So now you married a girl who ended up wanting kids and had 0 sympathy for how you felt about it because apparently it's falling on deaf ears. So this is what you deserve. So then you pay a child support. That's your fee. All right, done.
Yeah.
Or you invest in, and then you'll see that that's the best option out of all of them. Because it's like you plant seeds and then
plus,
it grows.
Think of it as your retirement plan. This is what I always like to tell white people.
That's yes.
If you really invest in your kids, they are your retirement plan. You don't need no 401k, Roth IRA, none of that shit. Bro.
That's
this
good.
Kid right here will take care of you.
Invest in him. He'll take care of you.
What is a nursing home? You won't get serious. If you raise your kids properly, excuse me, he won't send you to no nursing home.
Every
He will
man's
take care of
dream
you.
is to buy his mom a house.
Exactly. All these rappers, man, what is the first thing they do?
They buy their mom a house.
They buy their mom a house.
And then they buy their dad a car.
Exactly.
Every
just
time.
how it goes.
Every time.
That's just how it goes.
You take care of your kids. Yep.
You take care of your kids. It's the best retirement plan because if this kid turns out to be a fucking G, your life goes up too.
Yep.
So just remember that. And hey, like I said, think of it rationally, okay? If you want to think about it financially, like, damn, bro, like, you're going to be losing, like, half your shit, and you're paying child support, you're going to be capping your income for the rest of your life.
Literally.
Just because you don't want to invest.
Yep.
Invest. Put all your chips on black and go.
And it's not
Like,
too late either.
No, it's not. They're still kids. They're still kids. They're going to start walking and going to be asking you, hey, Baba, why is grass green? Hey, Baba, why does grass grow? Hey, Baba, why do you talk to mom that way? All these questions, you're going to start becoming accountable. And eventually, they'll start making you a better person. Because they're your freaking, like, I guess, your...
reflection.
Exactly. So they'll sit there, they'll be like, Baba, why do you get mad at mom?
Yeah.
It's like, shit.
They'll
why
whoop
does
your
the
ass.
Kid know? What the fuck?
Because kids are little Hitlers, man. They got 0 empathy.
And you'll be like, damn, okay, so I can't do that. All right, cool.
Like, it's funny because when me and Olivia go out, if a kid compliments her, like a 5-year-old,
Yeah.
she takes that shit to heart. He's like,
Damn.
you're so pretty. She's like, well, shit, I
Yeah.
really must be pretty.
Yeah.
Because a kid will call you ugly and not give a fuck.
You're
They'll be like,
probably
you're
pissed.
fat.
You're
Yeah.
probably pissed because you're like, I compliment you all the
All the
time. This
time.
little piece of shit. That's what worth nothing. Yeah. It's okay, Con. Kids are honest.
It's like,
though.
why are you small? Fuck you.
Yeah, you know what, you little shit. Yeah. I hope
beat
your
your
genetics. I
ass.
hope your genetics make you 5'1". How
Yeah,
about that?
yeah.
Yeah.
They don't understand the underpinning tone of violence. I
Yeah.
will fuck you up. I'll give you
Yeah.
a first lesson on that.
But yeah, good luck to you. Whatever your name, your name is probably like Robert or some shit. But good luck to you. You're gonna be fine. Invest. Okay, it's gonna suck. Fatherhood is fatherhood. There's a lot of people. The happy part is that you're not a deadbeat. That's freaking awesome. Like, good for you. You're not a deadbeat.
Yeah, because
Now,
there's a lot of dads that would be put in that situation fucking dip.
yeah, there's
That's
a lot
true.
of people that dip. And
Now,
you're
what
not.
you should have done, advice for anybody else out there,
vet
if you
woman.
yes, vetting is so important, bro.
Listen, let me tell y'all real quick how to date. Okay,
Oh, here we go.
real quick.
Here we go.
Here's the rundown.
All right.
You find a girl. She's cute.
We're
all that
going
shit.
the Islamic way.
Yes.
Okay.
All that shit.
This is the best way to date.
She's awesome, right? You're like, wow, this person's very decent. You talk to her, say, hey, listen, I am, Muslim. And that means for us, we only date for marriage, right? If we're going to talk, we're going to be talking for the future, right? There you go. Number one. Number two, tell her, hey, you either go, like, it depends on how aggressive you want to take the approach. If you want, like, the first day to just be bullshit, like, ha ha ha, wow, you like coffee? Wow, that's so unique, shit like that. Or, you could take it the first date and be like, yo, okay, this is what I want in life. This is what I'm looking
Contract.
for. Exactly. You could take it the whole approach and be like, are you okay with these red lines? Like, if you come in with like a whole list, you're never gonna get
But
any girl.
just like deal breakers. Like,
Yeah.
you just need to come in. These are deal breakers for me.
Yeah.
If you don't do this, or you're not cool with this, then
Yeah.
we're not gonna work.
Do you have all your limbs? Are you mentally sane?
Bro.
But
But that's valid.
yeah, exactly. Like, get rid of all of the shit that's like absolute. I would never date a person that is this.
Yeah.
Once you get rid of all of that shit,
Yeah.
you're like, okay, let's get to the minor shit.
Yeah.
What's your career?
Right.
What are you looking
If
for?
we have kids, are you cool with staying home?
Exactly. Shit like that. And then once you get all of the extra shit out of the way, then you can start fooling around. Then you could be like, okay, blah, blah, blah.
Now, what's your color?
Now, if you're
What's your
Muslim,
favorite color?
yeah, exactly. Now
What's your favorite color?
now that we got this figured out, you like brown or red, shit
Right.
like that. And here's the thing, though. If you're Muslim, though, at that point, once you have all the red shit out of the way, you got to talk to her parents. All right, don't be a dingus, because you're probably going to create a bad relationship with the family. For everybody else that don't have any sort of deen or like, ethics and like Muslim ethics, that's fine. Continue. Now you can talk to her like,
Bro,
seriously.
it's crazy how Islam fixes a lot of shit.
It fixes everything, bro. It does, in my humble opinion.
It really does fix everything.
In my humble opinion, it definitely
Even
does.
with like interest and shit.
Yes,
I was just thinking about that the other day, because you were like, "Oh, it's haram to do interest." I was
It
like,
is.
"Bro, the economy right now. Imagine like if interest never existed,
we would be fine.
we would be fine." It's crazy, and interest affects us, even though it's haram. Like it's like, but we just catch the
eat
dust
shit.
of it.
When you go buy a car, you have to pay interest on the loan.
Yeah,
So like the way we work around it is that you have to like buy
Yeah.
the interest. So whatever let's say it's like 4%.
shit.
You calculate how much 4% is on your vehicle, and you pay that down payment. You pay that up front, and they take away the interest.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's some shit.
that's some shit just to be Muslim. Ain't that something?
I didn't even know that, actually.
You get charged for everything for doing something right. Just know if it's hard, and it feels like there's no way, you're doing something right. I don't know why, but that's just how it goes.
This guy ended up siding with me
Yeah.
with the whole 6-pack rant and the whole gold and pearl and diamond. If it's hard to find, it's valuable.
It doesn't mean that you have to be unhappy in the whole process. You could be like a
Are
little
you
bit
are you happy?
content.
Are you happy about paying your 4%?
Fuck no. Actually, yeah, I am. You know why?
Why?
Because I know that I'm okay. Like, I own the vehicle. It's not going up.
Close.
If I miss a payment, nothing's going wrong. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
That's valid.
it feels better. It feels better. And I hope I get in a position in life where I'm so rich, I'll pay everything in cash. Car, cash. House, cash. Everything cash.
Cash is king.
always.
Cash is king.
Because, like, at the end of the day, I know, like, there's a bunch of people who are going to be like, actually, if you invest in the stock
America
market,
literally runs on credit, bro.
Yes.
It's so crazy.
It does. What's your credit score?
780. I'm trying to get to an 800.
Okay, all right.
I'm pushing.
all right. Fuck this guy. I'm at like 760 or some shit.
My mom set me up though. because like when I was like she put me on her card, and my mom's credit
Yeah.
score is like stoosh. It's like 840 or some shit.
Yeah.
Like, my mom's credit score is whooping
Yeah.
whooping ass.
Yeah. We have. Yeah, we got lucky in that case. My dad did the same shit for a while, and then I started doing my thing. But
But yeah, everything is like interest, credit, all of that shit. And
exactly.
like, but back to the original point, like Islam would have fixed all that.
It does. It literally does. And it's like.
And in the dating sphere, it would have fixed all that.
Mhm.
With, you know, drinking issues and the drug addicts and the homelessness populations and all that shit, it would have fixed all that. Like if everybody followed Islam, like fully, like gave zakat,
Mhm.
like took care of each other like brothers and shit.
Imagine if all the billionaires paid their zakat. Like, why do you think they don't pay their taxes? But imagine if they did. All right, everybody.
It's what happens when you strip religion out of a society.
This is what happens. All right, everybody, say your shahada. La ilaha. No, I'm playing. But like, you know, like it's very valid. Like I like. Unfortunately, religion has such a bad rep. It does.
It does. It has
It really
a negative
does.
connotation to it.
But the thing is, like, if you look at it for what it is, and you don't follow it for just like blindly,
Mm-hmm.
and you look at it like, okay, this is a lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
There is a lot of benefits, and
There is.
there's no way people followed it for this long and it didn't kind of work. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, some shit doesn't make sense. Some shit's like, okay, that's weird, but that's where the faith comes in. That's
Yeah.
when you take the leap of faith. You're like, you know what? I believe in God because I can't cherry pick.
Is this gold?
No, it's not.
I'm whooping you. Yes, it is.
No, it's not. I
I'm
promise
whooping you. Yes, it is.
it's
Because
not.
I know
It's
for
not
a
gold.
fact motherfuckers about to comment on my gold
No,
shit and my
no,
piercings.
it's not
And
gold.
they're about to
It's
be
not
like,
gold.
how is he Muslim and he claimed and he got these piercings and shit?
It's
But
brass. It's brass. So is this.
Fucking
This is
liar.
brass. Don't worry. Don't
yeah,
worry.
this
I
is
got
brass.
That shit on
This is
Etsy.
brass.
No,
This-
no.
This is actually fake. This is
Listen,
not real.
listen. I actually actively like give a shit about the stuff I do. You know, you don't, but you know it's valid.
Listen,
you know?
listen.
It's just I had to fit the aesthetic. You know what I mean? I had to fit like the bronze like look, bronze and brown, bro. Shit, beautiful.
Golden brown, bro.
Okay, all right. Listen,
Now you know golden brown is hard,
Listen,
bro.
let me-
That shit looks good.
it does.
Yeah.
It really
that's what I'm
does.
saying.
But the thing is, you can get shit that's not like gold, like real gold.
Yeah.
Like this shit was like $20 off of like.
I'm gonna
Etsy.
start doing it. I've been trying to be a better Muslim. So
Yeah. I mean,
Inshallah.
slow and steady, bro. Listen,
Inshallah.
anybody who sits there and starts like telling you like, "Oh, you're not a good Muslim," "Oh, like you don't follow," shut up.
chupa mi verga.
You don't know. You don't know what you're talking about. That's not being a good Muslim. You want to just like do what
Ease
I
into
do.
it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You
I saw Dr. Zucker Naik and he just converted like a Chinese person or whatever the fuck. But before they converted, he was like, "So do you believe that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the only messenger
Yeah.
or the last messenger?" And then she was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Do you believe Allah is, or God is, there's only one God?" And she was like, "Yes." And then so basically she like agreed with everything that the religion claims. And he was like, "Are you ready to take the shahada?" And she was like, "No." He was like, "Why?" She was like, "Because I love pork."
Yeah.
I swear to God, that's what she said. And then he was like, "Sister, how long are you going to live for?" She's like, "What?" He's like, "How long are you going to live for?" And then she was like, "I don't know." He was like, "Are you going to make it back home?" She's like, "I think so." And he was like, He was like, "Sister, keep eating pork. Take the shahada, keep eating pork." I was like, and the crowd was like, "What the fuck? Like,
yeah.
for real?" And then he was like, "Because if you die and you didn't become Muslim, 100% going to Jahannam.
Yeah.
100%. He was like,
yeah.
"But if you accept Islam and you die, 50-50.
Exactly.
I fuck with that dude. I fuck with that
Here's
dude.
the thing, like you're not allowed to say like this person's going to heaven, this guy's going to hell. It's said multiple times in the Quran, like you are not the guy.
Which I love that because Christians do that shit all the time.
yeah,
You're going to hell.
yeah, you are not that guy. Like you are
Says
not
who?
allowed.
Did God come and tell you that shit?
But like somebody says, hey, this guy, oh, he does this. The only thing you can say is what he did was wrong.
Right.
You can never say, oh, this guy's going to hell.
Can't judge
you
a
can say
motherfucker.
like he
Yeah.
probably will, but you can't say he will.
When I heard
Because you
the
can't.
story about the guy who killed 100 men
100 men.
and then still supposedly went to Jannah,
And he still went to Jannah. And it's like you have
What
to
you
be
can do.
sincere. It's intention. It's like improving yourself. It's just keep moving forward.
I
keep
love
moving
that about
forward.
it. It's intentional. It's all about your heart.
Yes,
You know?
but that also doesn't mean like Jesus died for our sins and all that shit, and you still like drink
I've
and
never
like
understood
do
that.
all that shit. Like no,
Never
that's not what it
understood
means. It means that we know human beings are imperfect.
Yeah.
And they are going to fuck up.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean fuck up, go ahead. It means shit happens. It's okay.
Yeah.
Keep going though.
And it's like the little shit that you don't even realize. Like when that girl fed the dog water, the prostitute, when she
Mhm.
fed the dog water, and then God was like, "That's the reason why you got to heaven."
Yeah.
Even though you were like a slut and you slept with all these
Exactly.
motherfuckers, like give a fuck. You
Yeah.
fed that dog water.
It's
And she's like,
sincerity.
what?
You never know what is the deed that's gonna get you going. Like
Yeah.
sometimes I think about like the shit. Like maybe it's opening the door for like an old lady. You waited a little bit longer. You know,
Yeah,
it's
like
extra
when you were in a
shit.
rush, like you
Exactly.
really needed to get to a really important meeting, but you saw an old lady and then you held that door open, and God
Exactly.
saw that and He was like, "That's
This
that
guy's
shit,"
sincere.
and you were still eating pork.
Exactly.
Give a fuck.
You think he's fucking drawing lines at the deli aisle? You know what I
Oh,
mean?
God.
Like, come on.
Oh,
Like,
God.
I don't believe that God is this person or this stuff for the love, but like this being that's like above us, constantly waiting for us to fuck up and then like, throw us in the fire. He gave us guidelines. He's like, follow these. Believe me, follow these.
I think God is funny.
You know, the thing
I
is,
think He had, because look, if we're made in the image of God, right?
yeah.
And we have a sense of humor, and think about it, like
Mhm.
laughter is one of those things that make
Yeah.
us feel good as humans.
Yeah.
He has to be a funny dude, bro.
You know, here's
I mean,
the thing.
Stuff is not a dude,
Yeah.
but I feel like he's a funny bro.
The thing is, I said this once when I was getting really frustrated because like my life was going to shit for a bit.
Yeah.
And I told my dad, I was like, you know, Allah has to be a comedian. And he got so pissed. He's like, how dare you?
Yeah,
You know?
because it's supposed to be like all powerful,
Yeah.
all fearful but
Yeah.
merciful and all these things. But I'm like, I feel like deep down that motherfucker just be fucking with people sometimes.
Maybe just maybe he just likes to make us laugh at our own mistakes. That's
Yeah.
a nicer way of saying
Yeah,
it.
yeah. And even when we get to Jannah, inshallah,
Yeah.
you know,
We could be like, did you? And he'll be like, ah. No.
and he'll be like, and then we shatter and die because we can't even hear his voice.
disrespectful. Yeah, exactly.
We actually can't even see him, so we'd be dead.
I just wanted to share that because I thought it was funny because in my head I was just like, yo, like I just got yelled at because I said that shit. That's funny.
Yeah, no, it is. I probably am gonna get a lot of hate in the Muslim community for saying that.
Nah, it's fine. Listen, you know, it's about intention.
Wallah.
Wallah.
All right.
Inshallah, brother.
That's a wrap.
All right, man.